Fun fact, I used to be an extremely undernourished teen because I would eat only once a day after being bullied about my weight during my pre-puberty years. In short, I had a distorted relationship with food. And I don't think I've fully overcome that yet, but as I observe myself this year, I think I'm starting to have a better relationship with food. I no longer have the urge to eat less after eating a buffet, nor do I make myself feel bad for being bloated every now and then. And to celebrate and bring you along with me in this journey, here's everything I ate in 2 days-ish. I just got home from school. I had a 9:30 to 11 a.m. class. I haven't had breakfast, so I'm gonna show you something very quick, very easy, very inexpensive, zero skills required, kind of brunch thing. Or breakfast, or snacks, or lunch, or dinner, whenever you wanna eat it. Boiling water. 7 minutes. Rice. Raw egg.
Maybe add 1 more minute.
Furikake. Optional. Cover up the raw egg. For safety purposes, I would not recommend that you eat this raw egg, but I'm hungry and I do not want to waste a slightly raw egg. It's not fully raw, it's just slightly raw. I've made this a lot of times, especially when I'm too lazy to think of what to eat, and when we have an abundance of canned tuna. It's always good. I need to do my schoolworks now because I have a lot piling up. I'll see you again later for lunch. Goodbye. For lunch, we are going to be making soy garlic chicken. And I always use chicken thighs, not chicken breasts. I do not like chicken breasts. If you like chicken breasts, I have no words for you. Pat your chicken thighs dry. And I always like to season my chicken when it's raw with salt and pepper, although not too generously because I have a problem of over-salting the things that I usually make. After that, I'm going to prepare my cornstarch mixture. Just kidding, it's not a mixture, it's just cornstarch. You just flip it and shake off the excess. Fry in very hot oil. Well, maybe not very, just hot oil. And it would take roughly, I'd say 3 to 5 minutes per side. And then you just want to flip it and flip everything else. Now we are going to focus on our soy garlic mixture. And I just have water. And I'm putting roughly 2 tablespoons of sugar. Put in some oyster sauce. Use your Asian eyeballs, soy sauce, and lots of garlic. Just like what Doobie says, enough to kill a young child. I'm pouring this with the chicken skin side up so that it doesn't get too soggy, although it did kind of get soggy in the end. But you know, just try your best. I love eating this over rice, and I just have here some leftovers. I love having a good mix between vegetables, some protein, and then some carbs, just because I feel more full or energized. It's just, I feel great when there's a good balance when it comes to my meals. The chicken is so soft. That's very reassuring. For dinner, I'm going to show you my ultimate favorite Chinese dish. Whenever we go to a Chinese restaurant, this is always going to be something that we would order. This is sort of a tofu, eggplant, minced meat kind of dish, and I'm cutting my eggplants into 4s. Most of the time, they cut it into 2s, but I personally am not a fan of that. Next, I'm also going to be cutting my tofu into cubes. This is Chinese tofu. To be honest, I do not know the difference of this and regular Filipino tofu, but we always try the Chinese tofu because maybe it makes a difference. If you know the difference, please let me know because I am an uncultured swine. Thanks. Now we are going to be chopping a lot of garlic. Mincing. I think mincing is the better term. Mincing a lot of garlic. I love garlic. If you haven't guessed by now, I really like garlic. I don't know what to say. After that, we are also going to be using some of these peppers that my mom has been drying. I used 3, and I think that's sort of the perfect balance of spice. While I was chopping the veg, I was already cooking the ground meat. Then I will be sauteing the garlic first with the chili into quite hot oil because I want to, I don't know if that's the right term, but sort of bloom the garlic and the chili. And then putting my eggplant. Salting as we go. I love building layers of salt, if that makes sense. I like salting throughout the cooking process and not just in the end because I find that it really gives a deeper flavor, if you will. Now I'm pouring my ground chicken, which we have already cooked earlier. And some soy sauce, some white rice vinegar, and now some oyster sauce. Quite similar to our lunch sauce, but this time I'm adding honey. After that, I am pouring in my tofu in the end because I fear that as I mix, I will destroy everything. I'm pouring in water and putting my cornstarch slurry to make it gooey. Is that the right word? Gooey, goopy, soupy, saucy. And there we have dinner. Am I in focus? Okay, right now the meal that we're gonna make is, what is it called? A pinakbet. And my mom is going to cook it. Enter the frame!
Good morning, world!
Oh gosh.
This morning, I would like to teach you how to cook pinakbet.
First of all, I don't know her. Second, pinakbet is an Ilocano dish. My mom's dad is from Isabela, and that's essentially where they learned quite a lot of Ilocano dishes. So pinakbet is one of them, and pinakbet is my ultimate favorite because it uses a lot of vegetables. And it's very basic vegetables. It's just like eggplant, okra, ampalaya. Ooh, I love ampalaya in pinakbet because I think in pinakbet you want the ampalaya, you want something bitter because the kamote is so sweet that having the ampalaya there makes perfect sense. I don't know how to cook pinakbet, so I'm just gonna show you my mom cooking it. Hopefully she explains it very well. Or else, Mommy, you're gonna have to do a voiceover.
This is ampalaya.
Yeah, ampalaya or bitter gourd.
Bitter gourd. This one naman is talong or eggplant. This one is okra. Ano ba English na okra?
I think it's still okra.
Okra.
But they just say okra.
Okra. This one naman is kamote. Okay.
Or sweet potato.
Or sweet potato. And this one is string beans or tinatawag na sitaw. This one naman is tomato. And syempre, mga pangpalasa natin. This one is ginger, garlic, and onion. At syempre, onion. At syempre, may kaunting bagoong. Yan ang ating giniling na chicken. Or pwede rin naman pork. Right?
What about the holes?
Right now, we're going to boil first the chicken.
Why are you boiling it?
I don't know.
Nice one, Mom. Great job. Whatever happens, just boil the ground meat. No explanation why.
Okay.
After how many minutes?
After 5 minutes.
That's not 5 minutes, Mom. That was like
7 minutes.
No, that was like 10 minutes.
10 minutes because the chicken is frozen. The onion, the ginger para mas malasa. And 3 onions. Then I'll put the garlic. Then we'll just put some alamang. one naman, the ampalaya, I'll soak it with water and some salt para hindi mapait. This all together. See? Lots. Put some water. Then we will wait again to boil. I think it's only 5 to 7 minutes. Veggies. Then we need to mix it.
So good. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's really good. Right now I'm preparing to go outside. I was actually hesitating to put this in the video because I really wanted everything to, you know, simply be home cooked and not anything quite fancy or expensive. But then it would feel like I would be lying to you. So it's an ongoing dilemma. Every now and then I do eat out. Not often, probably 4 times a month. That's the maximum. So
in the backyard of your old farm in the summer. Stayed there for 3 weeks where we learned to love each other. Wrote you letters, sent a message to you that day. Skip to the present, haven't been so happy ever. Sitting in your room, working on my first record. Skip to the present, and I still haven't released it. But it's okay, 'cause the new songs are way better. That's what it feels like, haven't been so happy ever.
hi everyone, before I sleep tonight, I just wanted to close off this video. I have had a really enjoyable few days because I was able to really focus on what I was eating and being excited about being able to cook again, being able to eat, and being able to even explore different cuisines. And I think throughout my years of eating and doing groceries, I think that I've learned to purchase very similar ingredients, or at least the same ingredients, but then transform them into different translations. So we would always have a lot of eggplants, so we would buy eggplants in bulk so that we could use it in various different dishes. So even if it's just the same ingredient, we get to enjoy it in many different forms. And that really will save you a lot of money. Also, buy things that are in season, or at least what's in your country. Most of the time, well, at least before, I would be so influenced by Western cuisine that every time I would go to the grocery store, things that I need for American dishes are quite expensive and not always available. So that will always frustrate me. But just embracing the type of ingredients that you can find in your local market and finding the cuisine or even dishes that would fit that is less frustrating. And there's so much more food out there than burgers and pizza and pasta. Thank you for going with me on this journey. It has been so fun, and I'm gonna see you again on my next video because I'm finally having lots of videos lined up now. I love you all from the bottom of my hypothalamus, and good night.